Yo, no, I'm just playing. Just chike back at you with another video topic, bro. I'm going to talk about nervousness and anxiety, and signs that you have anxiety and signs that you're nervous. And got my green tea and eucalyptus leaf in here. Green tea, yo, just a quick tip, green tea burns fat. And I think I'm gonna make another video about different things that you can take that can aid you on the fat loss journey and stuff like that, or different herbs and supplements. I think I'll make a video on supplements and herbs. But right now I want to talk about anxiety, nervousness, how to overcome that and how to break that. So I'd say for, a good chunk of my life, I was a pretty nervous and anxious person. And for an even greater chunk of my life, when it came down to speaking and talking to women in general, or just making eye contact with people, I was a genuinely nervous person. I think I got over this faster because stuff that I've done in church and also other activities that I was involved with in my day-to-day life put me in a position to where I was interacting with a lot of people. So I overcame that a little bit easier than most people. Not only that, but me and my personality, I say genuinely, I really just don't care as much as I used to. I know people say, and this is probably my first point. I know people say, "Oh, I don't care about nobody. Oh, I'm bad." They try to make it seem cool to not care, but we all care to an extent. Like, for example, I bet if you knew you had salad on your teeth, you wouldn't go around smiling at people, now would you? Well, no, why not? Well, it's because you care that people don't think that you're a Neanderthal. So, you see what I'm saying? Like, we all care what people think to some degree, even myself, like I do. Like, I don't like going out looking crazy. Sometimes I feel like my facial hair looks a little nasty. I want my beard to grow out so I can line it up and it can look nice. There's things that I care about, but I'm talking about nervousness and anxiety, and that are two different things, right? So when you're nervous and you have anxiety, I'd say that it's because you care about things that are out of your control. And this is my point. You should learn how to overcome nervousness and anxiety from a logical point of view. You have to look at things logically here. Put your emotions aside and look at the truth. The truth is, there are 7 billion plus people on this earth, and people probably see thousands of people a day, and you're actually insignificant. You need to understand that you as a person are insignificant in the grand scheme of the world. And even if you're famous, you're still insignificant in the grand scheme of the world. And the only thing that's really valuable is your perception of yourself and how you conduct yourself in the world, and if it's forthrightly to your conscience. That's what matters. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even Christ, when he appeared, he looked like a homeless person. Right? He wasn't like the beautiful, long-haired white dude that's portrayed in the movies. I'm not saying that we should all go out dressed in rags, but I'm saying that nervousness and anxiety comes from a whole lot of inner dialogue in your mind that's telling you to be careful. That's telling you to watch out for something that does not exist. So I would walk up to someone and someone would walk up to me and I try and start a conversation. And these are signs that you may be nervous. And this was a long time ago. Ask yourself, does your face twitch?
Okay, music on the track.
When you talk to people, do you get really hot and sweaty? Does your voice crack? Does your voice get shaky? Are your hands in your pockets? Are you always playing with your hands? Do you crack your knuckles when you talk? Do you walk like this instead of looking like this? These are all signs that you may be a nervous person. And the ways that you can break that, number one, is practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is a way of actually letting the thoughts in your head flow so that you can learn to not get attached to them and to just watch them. And especially if you're an anxious person or Gen Z in general, you have a lot of thoughts running through your head all the time. You probably do. Drop a comment if you do, but I know everyone who watches this probably does. Learn to just watch them. Learn to just sit there, watch them, and not chase them. People get caught up in the thoughts that they get through their mind, and they don't understand that those thoughts are actually normal. But what you have to do is learn how to manage letting them to just pass through your mind instead of getting attached to them. Think of your thoughts as cars on a busy highway. When you look at the cars on a busy highway, you don't want to jump on those cars. Why? Because, well, you could probably kill yourself, But let's say that you're like Peter Parker and you latch on one of those cars. Well, now you're moving here and here and here and here, and you're not present. Number two, practice talking to people. Practice talking to people and realize that they're on your level. There's nothing to fear. Practice just speaking to people. Ask people for the time, right? And just have a small conversation. Be generally engaged in what's actually being presented to you and what's happening. What's another thing that you can do? Improve yourself. Another reason why people may be nervous is actually because they know that there's something about themselves that they're lacking in, and internally they have no confidence with themselves. And confidence doesn't mean you have to be like Austin freaking Dunham and do pull-ups with one hand with 345 plates on you. It doesn't mean that, guys. It really doesn't. Like, even myself, I know I'm pretty fit, but I'm not the strongest person on the roster, bro. Like, I'm really not. I see people that are more fit than me all the time, and I see people that aren't even close. But the point is true confidence comes from you knowing what your highest good is, you knowing what is meaningful to you, and you pursuing that and doing the things you know you ought to do every single day. Right? It's called living according to your good consciousness. And when you do that day by day, when you make those small improvements, you're just open to people. You just open up to them. Right? And so, and again, the reason I make these videos is because self-help is on a rise. Self-help is in the market. I'll be real. And I say this not out of a ploy to gain attraction or get money. Although that would be really helpful because, I am a college student. But men seriously need help because I've suffered from not having any role models. I had to make money, buy books, buy therapy, and constantly improve myself over months and years to get to a level of understanding that I've gotten. And not only that, but truthfully, admittedly, applying these things is hard. So I'm still not at the level I want to be. But I figured that the information that I get from books, from experience, from other things, should be given to other guys too, because me going through what I've been through made me realize guys, they need it in this age. Men, we need role models. We need people that We need mentors. We need people that can help us. Because if you're nervous as a man, there's something wrong with you. If you're scared to talk to people, there is something wrong with you. And I will not take that back, even if that offends you. And I'm not telling you that out of any sort of malice or any sort of, I'm not trying to little bro anybody. It's a call to action to improve your mental health. Because there's a lot of guys out there who play games all day, are in their room all day, still live with their parents, are very depressed, are taking tons of drugs, are very suicidal, that aren't being heard, and that they don't know how to talk and get the help for their problems. Because as a man, when issues come your way, you're taught to just deal with it. And the definition of deal with it in this age is different than what it used to be. Dealing with it actually meant getting up and finding a solution. But now dealing with it just means coping. This is a non-cope channel. We don't cope on this channel. We deal with our issues. And I'm here to help you do that. So please, DM me, drop a comment, like, subscribe. Stop being nervous. Holler back at your boy, man. Peace.